Kamila left all emotions on the ice and took the lead in the short program. Russian figure skaters are not subject to pressure. The Olympic Games in Beijing, which our skaters have been dreaming about for the past 4 years, have turned from a holiday into a nightmare. Instead of discussing the genius of our athletes, all over the world they are talking about the doping scandal with Valieva. It affected not only Kamil, but also the rest of our girls, Alexandra Trusova and Anna Shubakova. The Russians performed under the most severe pressure, but they endured it. Valieva made a small mistake on the triple axel, but she skated so soulfully that she didn't leave her competitors a chance. Trusova did not change herself and again took the risk. Shubakova, on the other hand, deliberately made the program easier and did not fail. Russian figure skaters on the way to the Russian podium, the Georgian Russian woman kept in the lead for a long time. The first warm-ups are often ignored by even the most dedicated figure skating fans. Usually the athletes there are weak, making mistakes even on the simplest jumps. At the Olympics, the trend has not changed, but there were surprises from the first performances. The Ukrainian Anastasia Shabatova went on a triple axel, but didn't twist it and fell, and then the whole program fell apart for the girl. The Japanese Monikawa was the next to venture, but she also failed in the ultra-difficult jump. Nevertheless, she was able to take the lead in the first group of participants. In the second warm-up, the representative of Georgia, Anastasia Gubanova, impressed with a sensual and heartfelt performance. The figure skater did an excellent job with the content from the cascade of flip tulips, double axel and triple lutz, and for a long time entrenched herself in the lead with 65.40 points. Mariah Bell tried to challenge the former Russian woman. The American gave a soulful performance to the gentle melody of River Flows in You, but fell from the flip tulip cascade. The double axel and triple lutz were executed cleanly, but she received less points than Gubanova, although not by much, 65.38 points. Japanese Higuchi hit with a triplex. The weakest was the third group of participants. Only Czech Eliška Brezanova and Belarusian Viktoria Safonova were pleased with successful performances, but they also failed to beat Anastasia Gubanova. Japan's Waka Higuchi succeeded in displacing the representative of Georgia from the intermediate first place. The vice-champion of the World 2018 gave a touching performance under a cover of Elton John's song, perfectly coping with all the jumping elements. Wakaba performed an excellent triple axel, lutz toe loop combination and triple flip, but she got quite modest 73.51 points. The main hope of the United States in women's single skating, Alice Liu, did not take risks. Instead of a planned triple axel, the American performed a double one. In addition, Liu landed a triple flip and a combination of lutz tulips. Alice's performance turned out to be bright and emotional, but the judges rated it strictly, at 69.50 points. Belgian Luna Hendricks, who has more than once outperformed our skaters in the short program, did not do it perfectly this time. The girl hesitantly landed a cascade of lutz tulips and touched the ice on the double axel with her hand. The triple flip was executed flawlessly. The judges traditionally highly appreciated the components of the Belgian, thanks to which she received an impressive score of 70.09. Many bright and talented skaters performed in the short program, but everyone was waiting for the appearance of only one, Kamila Valieva. In recent days, the whole world has been following the development of a doping scandal with a student of Tubberts. Kamila herself is experiencing the wildest stress all this time. Emotions are no longer enough. I am happy, but at the same time I am already emotionally tired. So tears. Happiness, perhaps, and a little disappointment. At the same time, I am certainly happy to be at the Olympic Games and try to represent our country. And I will hope that I will tune in as much as possible and show my result, Valieva told Channel 1 through tears. It was scary for the morale of the skater. Not everyone at the age of 15 can withstand such heavy pressure. It is hard to imagine with what thoughts Kamila went out on the ice. The fact that a storm was going on in her soul was evident even from the expression on her face. Valieva from a young girl seemed to have turned into an adult girl who had seen all the hardships of life. After all that had happened, her performance already looked with completely different emotions. It was no less difficult for Alexandra Trusova and Anna Shubakova to perform in all this environment. The tension that their coaches and classmates are now experiencing has probably been passed on to them. But the girls are very strong. Sasha does not change himself and continues to take risks. The girl boldly went to the triple axel, but traditionally fell from it. The rest of the elements, triple flip and lutz tulip, were performed flawlessly. After the performance, Trusova was a little upset and threw up her hands. But she certainly did not regret a risk. Even with a mistake, Sasha got good score 74.60. Traditionally, you will have to recoup in an arbitrary. Shubakova, unlike Trusova, refused to take unnecessary risks. The girl facilitated the program by replacing the lutz Ritberger with the lutz tulip. The crown cascade has let the world champion down more than once this season, so going for a simplification was the most logical decision. The figure skater perfectly performed a double axel, a triple flip and a Lutz toe loop cascade, while emotionally liberated as much as possible. Anya put her whole soul into her rental, playing every accent as much as possible. The hall met the girl with a standing ovation, and she was clearly pleased with her performance. Shubakov was also impressed by the judges, who awarded her a life best of 80.20 points. The girl came to the Olympics with a serious attitude. Closed the girls' short program Kaori Sakamoto. The Japanese woman had to leave after the main stars of figure skating, but she was not taken aback. She flawlessly performed a double axel, a triple Lutz and a flip tulip and emotionally went all out. For her performance, Kaori received 79.84 points, her personal best, thanks to which she deluded the Russian trio. According to the results of the short program, Kamila Valieva took the lead, Anna Shubakova was second, and Kaori Sakamoto was third. Alexandra Trusova remained one step away from the top three. But, as usual, the free program will decide everything. Our skaters are close to taking the entire podium.